Good morning to you. This is News 14 Carolina meteorologist Matthew East. This is the Thursday edition of the Carolina weather video here on this 18th day of June. All right, let's take a look back at it. I snapped this image from the SPC site, the Storm Prediction Center site, yesterday evening. Look at all the watches that were in effect at that point. If you add them up, I believe there's 13 separate watches that were in effect at that point. That was just after 8 o'clock yesterday evening. And again, that was just showing you how active the weather day was. And in turn, there is all the severe weather reports that came in, over 350 of them, all the way from the plains down through Tennessee and into the northeastern Georgia and the extreme western Carolinas. And what we call this pattern is the Ring of Fire. You have a big ridge sitting right over the southern plains and the lower Mississippi Valley, hot and dry there. And around that big ridge, you have these complexes of showers and storms that have been erupting, and we've been right in the path of those the past several days. And during the 5 o'clock hour here, as I'm cutting this video, there's a look at the radar. There's been some tremendous rain in Randolph County overnight. Over 4 and 5 inches of rain occurred in central and southern Randolph County. And flash flooding was obviously a problem related to that. There's a look at the radar estimated rainfall through 522. Those shades of red, that's over 5 inches of rain and even over 6 inches in some localized spots. So that was a big deal as we started the day in Randolph County. Central and southern parts of the county especially hard hit with heavy rain overnight. Now let's take a peek up in the northern plains. Again, some complexes of storms in the high plains in the Midwest this morning. That one over Illinois and Indiana could scrape through northern sections of North Carolina this evening or tonight, so we're going to maintain the chance for a few showers and storms through the night. But really the big story developing is the heat. Let me show you the map for this afternoon. Notice that orange line poking through central parts of the Carolinas. That is the 20-degree temperature line up at 850 millibars, or about 5,000 feet off the ground. That's a good indication. When you start getting 850 millibar temperatures over 20 degrees, it's going to get pretty hot, and we're going to start seeing that heat move in today. Looks like upper 80s to lower 90s around the Piedmont today. We're going to maintain the chance for a few showers and storms as we go through this afternoon. And like I mentioned, even into tonight, as one of those complexes of storms might try to scrape through the mid-Atlantic states, maybe down into parts of North Carolina. There's your day one SPC severe weather outlook. Does include the entire Carolina, so we're going to have to mention the chance of a few storms today and tonight. And again, like we've seen, a few of the storms could be severe, damaging winds, large hail, your primary threats, but I can't completely rule out an isolated tornado. So we'll watch all that very carefully. The best window of opportunity for that would be from this afternoon into the first part of this evening. And there's your wind outlook from the SPC. That 30% wind area extends down into the western Carolinas. So, yeah, we'll have to watch those storms as we go through today into this evening. Now, tomorrow, the heat ridge builds on in. It looks like high temperatures tomorrow, mid-90s across the entire region. Just a small chance for an isolated storm tomorrow. There is a look at Saturday, another very hot day, mid-90s again. Could even be some upper 90s in a couple spots. And I'll mention the chance for a few thunderstorms being possible late Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. I don't think it'll be terribly widespread, but a few storms possible later on in the day Saturday. All right, let's go out to Father's Day. Things begin to change. And I think the precip you see here on the GFS is probably overdone. I've gone with mainly dry forecast. Again, Sunday, I can't rule out a couple of isolated storms, but I don't think anything terribly widespread. But the heat begins to back down a bit. Probably lower 90s for highs on Sunday, and as a big low-pressure cranks just off the coast. And the exact placement of that low is still in question, but it looks like there will be a pretty good low pressure ramping up off the coast as we go through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That will result in some cooler temperatures. Now, we're not talking anything chilly by any means, but I think highs backing down toward the mid to upper 80s as we go through next work week. That'll be some nice heat relief after the pretty stifling heat we'll see over the next few days. All right, that's it for this latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Have a great Thursday, and God bless.